Welcome to NFL Pick'em for week
14.
Yay.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
So, what?
Continuing on.
What do you want me to do? What do you want you to do? Well, let's go ahead and start it off this way. People, we're actually in a temporary studio for a while. We're getting some renovations done. Ain't we right?
Woohoo.
That and it's cold.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
very, very
cold.
cold.
It's getting cold.
It's
not
40
cold.
degrees or less.
These people do not know how to live. They couldn't make it in the Arctic.
It's freezing.
Oh well. He's Richard Reed as always.
As
Shut up,
always.
Caleb Jones. I'm Noah Todd, and this is Amber Maynard. And
Well,
we're going to end it like that because, well, she kind of ticked off at the point in time.
Yeah, not going to talk about
We're not going to talk about all
I
that.
don't know.
All right, well,
It's all on YouTube.
we've seen some interesting stuff in the past couple weeks, haven't we not?
It was all right, you know.
All right. Yeah, well, last week, that was an upset to me, brother. I wanted the Steelers to beat the Ravens so bad.
But the Steelers did beat the Ravens. It was
I know.
13-10.
I meant it the other way. I apologize.
Okay then.
Because I picked the Ravens.
I picked the Steelers. They won in the last minutes.
Yes. The
I don't
standings
remember who I
suck.
picked
Check
last
out our Facebook page. You can figure out our standings. We do a little standings deal. She got mad. She weren't on there this week.
I forgot to put her
Yeah,
on.
I was mad.
It's my bad. It's my bad.
It don't matter. Well, let's start it off here. Who we got, Reed?
Well, starting off with tonight's game, we got the Colts at the Titans.
Well, there's really not a hard pick here. You got to look at it. The Titans are without Vince Young. Without Vince Young, you cannot go into battle. Titans, I hate to tell you, but that's going to be another loss for y'all at home. Colts are going to take it. Who you say?
Colts.
She says the Colts.
Well, I gotta go with the Colts. The Titans, you know, you lost Vince Young. He's out the rest of the season. I don't think you're gonna win any more games unless you know play the Panthers or somebody.
It's my cousin.
But
I mean,
the Colts, the Colts hadn't looked that good. You know, didn't look good last week. Peyton Manning 4 INTs,
Well,
2 pick sixes.
yeah, he just meow.
He had a mess season this season.
He's playing like a gay guy on a straight line because he ain't but as straight as a circle.
yeah, I'm sorry if I
No
got really
offense
short.
to any gay people.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I got really short. My legs are hurting, so I'm sitting down.
Yeah, she's sitting in a chair.
I'm tired.
So that's
Well-
the Thursday night game. Now we're gonna get to the Sunday games. Browns at the Bills.
The who?
At the who?
The unpredictable Browns at the Bills.
Bills.
Shoot.
All right. Who did you pick on this, Amber?
Browns.
She picked the Browns. Reed, who did you pick on this one?
Well, I had to pick the Browns here. The Bills, they've looked good, not that good, but good enough. But the Browns, you know, they beat the Dolphins last week. I didn't pick them to beat them. The defense looked good, and they won the game for them pretty much. So I had to go Browns here.
I have to disagree with y'all. Y'all need, if you do not understand why I'm making this pick, go look up their depth chart and their injury report. They're without 2 of their starting linebackers. They're without a star running back, and without a star receiver, and without 2 quarterbacks. 2. Well,
Dose.
let's just say the Browns are hurting at the point in time, and I think I've looked at it, the Bills almost beat the Steelers. And if you can almost beat the Steelers in overtime, you can beat the Browns. So I'm picking the Bills.
All right. And I'll get in contact with Robert since we ain't got no internet at this location.
Sorry.
He can't be a Skype, so I'll put his pick.
Actually, he's home if you didn't know that.
He's at home, so he could have come out here.
Well, nobody told him.
Well, somebody better get on the phone.
Don't
All
worry.
right, we'll put his picks down here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't tell you he was home.
You should have
He
said that earlier.
came in earlier today. We apologize. He wants to be here, but,
You know.
you know, stuff happens. He's in college.
All right, next up we have the Packers at the Lions.
Well, Packers have been a mediocre team this year, I hate to tell you. But I'm still going to have to pick them.
Mediocre.
Yeah, they've been mediocre.
They beat the Jets.
So? The
Jets
Jets
six.
sucked the past couple of years. Look who their wins were. I had to go look it up. Their wins have been against crappy teams. And that right there don't show me much. So I'm still going to have to stay. I'm going to stay with the Packers, but the Lions, I ain't really going to say much about them. It's going to be Packers.
I went Packers.
Gotta go Packers here. The Lions, they're 2-10. They're without their star quarterback Matthew Stafford with another shoulder injury. But the Packers look good. Sorry, they look good.
So
they're gonna beat the Lions.
So we're hoping, all of us are hoping that the Packers will bring back a win to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have the Giants at the Vikings.
Well, Brett Favre, you might can throw a football in a commercial sponsoring some Wrangler jeans, but you're not going to beat Eli Manning and the Giants.
Nah, I don't think so. What your pick?
I went Giants. I don't think he's gonna get them either.
Well, I gotta go
Stick to your
Giants, but
TV.
I go ahead.
Stick to your commercials.
I gotta go Giants. They have a good defense, and the Vikings. If they play Brett Favre, they're not going to win. They'll play Brett Favre
I'm
just because
sorry.
he's Brett Favre. If they play Vincent Jackson, their backup quarterback, they might have a legitimate chance here. But they're gonna play Brett Favre. That's all.
I always wondered, would they give him a commercial doing Viagra?
That's not something you want to post on the internet. It's really not something you want to post on YouTube.
Well, if you think of it, if you've ever watched the movie Mr. 3000, when he came back to the game, they wanted to sponsor him with Viagra. Why not Brett Favre?
My lord.
That is a
All right.
registered
You know we have
trademark
family
company.
watching this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we all pick the Giants here. Bengals at the Steelers.
Well, Bengals, T.O., you killed the Bengals, brother. I'm going to have to say the Steelers here. I think they can take it. What do y'all have?
Right, let's say her pick.
I ranked Steelers. Sorry, game 10 twisted.
Well, I have to go Steelers. The Bengals looked good in preseason. They had, Ocho Cinco, T.O., and Carson Palmer, and Cedric Benson. They had a bunch of weapons on offense, but they haven't performed. They had a good game last week against the Saints, but I don't think they can. The Saints are not looking as good as they did last year when they won the Super Bowl. So I don't think they're going to beat. I don't think the Bengals will beat the Steelers here.
I'm hating the shirt. That's what I hate about polo T-shirts. They're so stiff in the shoulders. Well, I guess that's because I got big muscles. But we'll get off of that, Reed.
All right. Next
Yeah.
up, we have the Buccaneers at the Redskins. Buccaneers coming off a loss to the Falcons. It was a close game, I believe.
I don't care. Falcons are going to the Super Bowl, baby. They're taking it home.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to have to stick. I hate to go against McNabb. He's in the nation's capital back at home playing the Buccaneers. But I think the Buccaneers, they said they are a good playoff contender, and I believe that. But, well, let's just say, I'm going to say Buccaneers. Who do you say?
I went Buccaneers.
I gotta go Buccaneers here. I watched the whole Atlanta-Tampa Bay game last week.
Who didn't?
That's true. I didn't watch it.
I didn't.
But, they have a good young team. It's give them a few years, they'll get better. They're good now. They're going to get better. They're probably going to get to the playoffs. I don't know. I haven't looked at the playoff races, but I think the Buccaneers will beat the Redskins here.
Yeah, I didn't really get to watch that game. Thank you, Miss Weiss, for giving me a project. Love you.
I
right.
can do both.
Next up,
You
we
made
have,
me miss football. Woohoo!
Next up, we have the 10-2 Falcons at the Panthers.
Are we really going to sit here and talk about this?
Yeah, why are we picking them? It's obvious.
It's just an obvious pick.
Our
But
picks.
we
That
gotta
would
pick
be
it.
funny if Carolina won't beat the Falcons.
And we'd be all sitting here like, what the heck happened?
Everybody be like,
What?
who is that? who that be? Who that be?
Okay, let's get the picks here.
Were you really picking on that?
Duh.
But we're all picking Falcons.
No, I'm
Yeah.
picking the Panthers.
All right.
No,
I'm
I'm picking
putting it down for the Panthers.
I'm picking the Falcons. You know I am.
All right. Next up, we have the Raiders. Screw the Raiders at the Jaguars.
Yes, Robert.
Jags.
Screw your Raiders. You didn't pick them one week, and they still won though. Robert's a big Raider fan since they've been having his back coming on a few games.
No.
But Jaguars are in Jacksonville, and I think they can take it with ease.
I hope so, because I picked the Jags. They're one of my favorite teams.
You know, I think about this one. I'm a big AFC West fan. You know, my Chiefs are in that division with the Broncos, Chargers, and the Raiders. But I hate the Raiders, so I got to pick the Jaguars here.
Good man.
Yay.
Rams at the Saints.
Well, who do you got to pick on this one?
Saints.
Okay.
Gotta go Saints, Rams. you're a 500 team, but they're not going to go anywhere.
500 team, but the Dodge Ram just broke down on the side of the highway. I'm going with the Saints. The Rams broke down on the side of the highway going to New Orleans, and then broke down going home because of that sorry loss they're going to take. Yeah, true story.
All right, next up we
Thanks,
have
I didn't know that.
the Seahawks at the 49ers.
Who did you pick on this one?
I went with my friend Cameron on the Seahawks because he's from Seattle. So I went with Seahawks.
Who did you pick on this
Hopefully he'll do me some good.
Well, listen, I was going to pick the 49ers, but the Seahawks have got Pete Carroll. He's turned that whole, what's what I'm looking for, team around. They're 500.
He reversed it.
Go ahead.
He reversed it.
Yeah, he's turned it around.
He ran a flea flicker. He got the ball back.
He made that team look good. Since in previous years they had losing records, and they're at 500 right now. But you're not going to turn a whole team around in one year. But I think the Seahawks will beat the 49ers this week.
I'm going to have to go against that. Special teams is going to run that game. And believe it or not, I'm picking the 49ers. They're at home, and they have a good kicker. And what's so great about that kicker is he's a left-handed kicker. Am I correct?
I don't know.
A left-handed kicker.
Yeah, well, a left-footed kicker.
I was going to say, how do you kick with your hand?
I'm having our blonde moment. Sorry.
I see that.
You're one of those.
I do too.
Shove it. So I'm going with the 49ers. I guess I'm going against y'all. So
All right, so that's
next
good.
game, whatever.
All right, next game is another good big game. Patriots at the Bears. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Patriots at the Bears.
That's funny.
Well, the Patriots just came off that humongous win against the Jets last
That
week.
was embarrassing for the Jets.
Yeah,
had to have been
they were talked good about the whole time coming into that game, and you go out getting beat.
40-3.
You mean 45-3?
That's
44. What's the difference? A
It's
point.
45-3.
that was sad.
You got beat by 42 points. That is 6 touchdowns. You suck.
That's one way to put it.
You didn't just get beat by a couple. Oh, it was just a
Well,
mediocre
you
loss.
can't-
You got raped.
You can't say
They
that.
got beat.
You can't say they suck. I mean, it's the Patriots. I can see the Patriots killing anybody 44-3.
Well,
Except for the
A
Falcons.
few
Falcons
years
will beat the
They
Patriots.
kicked-
Falcons are going to beat the Patriots. Well, I'm picking the Patriots. You're picking who?
Patriots.
You're picking
You
who?
gotta pick the Patriots here.
We're going with the Pats. We're not loyalists. We're Patriots.
Dolphins at the Jets.
Who do you got on this one?
Normally, if a team loses for me when I pick them, I don't do it again, but I went with the Dolphins, even though they lost for me last time.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're crazy.
Well, when you know the person that owns the team, you tend to go for the team.
Well, if you can get a stick,
And do
I might change.
Do I actually know this person? No, but my dad has met the person.
Well, look at it this way. I'm going with the Jets for one reason. They came off of a big loss, and I'm sure there was some crucial words and everything brought out in practice this week, and they're coming up fired with a win because they are not going to let SportsCenter talk about them like they have this whole week. They wanted publicity, they got it. All they had to do was lose that bad, and they did.
Well, I gotta go Jets here. Dolphins, they lost to the Browns last week. They threw an interception late, and they scored on the interception, I think, or on the drive after the interception. But I don't think you can do that against the Jets and win.
Oh, so we're over here with the Jets, and you're way over there with the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
All right, next up we have the battle of the 3 and 9. The Broncos at the Cardinals.
Well, who do you have on this?
Cardinals, believe it or not.
Why don't you pick Cardinals?
Really? I don't even remember. I was tired this morning.
Is it because they're at home or something?
Probably, yeah.
Who did you pick on this one?
I had to go with the Broncos.
I have to go with the Broncos.
The Cardinals are inexperienced on both sides of the ball.
So
The reason
y'all
I-
are over there and I'm over here.
The reason I went with the Broncos, and it's probably the same reason he did, is you got to look at it. The Broncos, all their games they played this season have been this close, except for one. Yeah, one.
They lost last week 10-6 to the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's Kansas
Yeah.
City, man. They're 8-4,
Chiefs are 8-4.
and Kansas City is one of those. If they lose, they must have had a bad week at practice. So So, but we're going with the Broncos, and you're going with the Cardinals, right? Okay.
Next up, we have the Chiefs at the Chargers, a crucial AFC West matchup.
Let's put it this way. The Chargers, all you have is Phillip Rivers. You are a great quarterback. I'll give you that, man. But you got to have somebody to help with you. I'm going with the Chiefs here.
Yeah, because there's no I in team, but there is in Chiefs.
There's no I in Christmas.
Yes, there is.
Exactly.
That's right. Don't ever say Xmas. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. It's Christ, and then it's not an X.
Christmas special's not until next week.
Yes, we're
Well, we
actually
get to
doing
that.
a bowl game next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end of the show. Let's get back to this pick. So who do you have this one?
I already told you I had the Chiefs.
She had the
That's
Chiefs.
why I said
You had the Chiefs.
I had the Chiefs.
I had the Chiefs.
We, shut them out the first week of the season. We're going to beat them again. Next up, we have the Sunday night matchup, a big matchup. Eagles at the Cowboys. A big rivalry.
Ever since the coach was fired,
Cowboys have won.
has Romo came back yet? Or is he been
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And they put a backup quarterback
Yeah,
in?
Kitna.
Yeah. They've actually won something. They could probably do it because they're at home, but I don't think, not against Michael Vick's offense. So who do you say?
Hold on a second. Something's wrong here. That's not who I picked.
You picked the Cowboys?
Yes. My dad went on my paper again and changed it. Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
So you're picking the Cowboys?
Eagles.
Or you're picking the Eagles?
Oh,
Because my
we
dad
said the
changed
Eagles.
Because my dad changed my pick. Thank you, Dad.
Okay. She's picking the Eagles, we're all picking the Eagles.
I'm
I
picking
made
the
no
Eagles
mistake.
here. It's, Eagles, Michael Vick. The Cowboys have a good defense. A bunch of NFC teams have a good defense. Giants, Bears, Cowboys. But I don't think they're going to get 4 picks on Michael Vick.
Yep.
And
Well-
last but not least, our Monday night game, Ravens at the Texans.
Is it Monday yet?
Not yet.
No.
Well,
It's only Thursday.
you got to look at it. Texans are at home, but Texans have really been riding the edge. I don't know. They're riding so close. They're kind of like the Broncos, squeezing a couple wins here and there. But they're not going to win this week because Ray Lewis is coming in there fired up after that loss from last week, and they're going to take this from him.
All right. That's your pick. Your pick.
Ravens.
I'm going Ravens here. Texans, haven't looked good since the first 4 weeks of the season. And it's all gone downhill from there. So the Ravens win this one.
Well, this last week, there was a bunch of different things showing. This week, we're going to see a bunch of different things coming up to the playoffs. You're almost to week 17, the last week of the season. 3 more weeks before you go to the playoffs.
If you go to the playoffs.
So stay tuned for next week. You got the bowl game special and another NFL pick'em.
Week 15.
Week 15.
It's going to be good.
And rate, subscribe, watch. And if you do not watch, I hate to tell you.
You suck.
No, well, that, but if you don't watch, your dog will run away. Proven fact.
Really?
Yes,
How'd you prove that one?
I just did.
I just did.
Well,
Okay.
this is Picks on the Bluff.
Signing out.
NFL Pick'em. Week.
14.
Catch you later.